A one, a two, a one, two, three. Are we live? Are we live? Oh, jeez. This says we're live. Okay. Is this following? There we go. A one, a two, a one. Alright. It just took a while for everything to load up. Things are loading appropriately. Let's see how we are doing. Game is taking its own sweet time loading in, which is fine. I've got live chat up. That's alright. Okay, stuff's working. Let's see. Oh. Stuff's working, except for my copy of Total Warhammer 3, which is taking its own sweet time, doing literally anything. There we go!
It all belongs to us!
Alright, let's see what we've got. It's pretty much the standard opening for Greasus, I think. You start in basically the same place, or at least pretty close to it with the map squish. The big things, I think, are that, well, first, we're not going to have to deal with all the chaos mechanics, which were by far my least favorite part of the Warhammer 3 campaign. I liked the Ogre campaign well enough. Most of the others I was not a fan of at all. So let's see. We've got to take the Great Hall of Greasus. We've got to kill these dudes. And then we'll kind of go from there. This should be a relatively short stream while I get everything lined up. Hoping to go for like 2 hours or so and see what we're doing. My current issue, of course, is that it is actually kind of... I'm not sure I've set this up correctly. It'll be fine. You should be able to see everything. I don't think I'm covering anything important here. Alright, so, here we go. We're playing Ogres, who are pretty fun. I really like their lineup. They've got a bunch of big, meaty boys who are surprisingly fast. They play like a more functional version of an all-cavalry army. You've got Noblars to basically serve as disposable infantry, and then from then on up, everything else basically is some form of monstrous infantry. All pretty fun to use. It's an army with more tactics than you would expect, even if they're pretty basic. Just because you've got the speed to go around and flank people, you've got pretty solid charge bonuses that you really want to be using, a bunch of just little things like that. Oh, that's not going to go well for them. Let's see. There we go. The Iron Guts are going to handle that just fine.
When do we eat? Biggest in the tribe.
Let's keep going. The contrast could be higher to get this looking better. How's this doing? Oh, they're turning the wrong way.
Where's the meat? Rush him!
Yeah, the first few fights of an Ogre campaign are all Ogre versus Ogre, so they're a bit weird to look at. The lighting isn't my favorite here. I might try and go into settings and see if I can mess with that, because I remember these being at least a bit more readable. Let's see. It's going well for us. We've flanked and crushed them, so they're pretty much just collapsing from the getting flanked penalties and the charge penalties. I got a lot more charge bonuses on this fight than they did. The big one is basically just going to be bringing down the Ogre Tyrant with minimal casualties. And we'll see how it goes. But I think the rest of this fight is literally just wait and wait and see when that tyrant's morale breaks, and then you wall. I'm not entirely sure how long we're going to be running this one for. Definitely going to be stopping by for PST. So 3 hours at the maximum. Primarily because I would like to watch the next Flowers, or the next Dimension 20 episode, which is always great. But for now, we'll just turn the speed up and see how long this dude lasts. Recess, get back in there. Supposed to be murdering this guy. Come on. There we go. 4 minutes on the clock. Not a battle that was in question at any point, but kind of the oh, oof. Cough's getting worse. That's not pleasant. Not a battle that was in question at any point, just kind of, hey, we've gotta actually do this in person, or auto-resolve will not be kind to us, and will do silly things to our forces. But now, the good stuff, well, now the significantly longer... I'm just going to hope the Steam overlay isn't visible for y'all. But now, the significantly longer loading times than pre-Immortal Empires. Not thrilled about that. There we go. Army replenishment isn't that important, but meat! Meat is always important. Alright.
Graceless, the shock.
Now, one of the fun things about this, of course, is that you can... With Ogres, you often just don't need to siege things down, even if they have solid... solid walls and fortifications, because Ogres can just hammer down almost any fortification. They're pretty good at it. Oh. Really, it's that and their excellent trailer song that really got me into them. But we'll see how this goes. Let's see. We are... Okay. This will be pretty simple. Or, unless we don't want it to be. Let's see. Go there, go there.
Ogres!
Go there. Go there. Go there. Go there. This is probably not the smartest way to do this fight, but I think it might let me do it more quickly than I could otherwise.
Nothing can
We'll see how
stop
it
the
goes.
Ogre time, and they know it. We can only win. Man-eaters! just me. Dead, dead.
Yeah. So they split up probably appropriately. I do think the man-eaters and iron guts are a bigger threat than the basically ogre bull rush. But, well, oh no, okay, no. They literally sent one squad against the ogre bull, like, the main force, which is definitely not the smart thing to do. If I send these guys up there, we can probably punish them for it.
Adventure. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. They turn around, they take the charge. They take full damage from the charge. And it goes poorly from there. Over here, they smash in, they smash in.
Where's me master?
Javelins start flying. Once again, does not end well for them. I think the trick here is to get at least some of the ogres disengaged from the ogre-on-ogre fight and just have them hit the Noblars. I don't mind bleeding my Noblars against those ogres, but it will be very convenient for me if they don't get to make this difficult. Yeah, so those ones are going to collapse. The Man-Eaters and Iron Guts and Greasus all basically just have a quality advantage. Greasus' ability will keep these dudes doing a little less damage. The big one, I think, is just going to be getting on there and getting the momentum buff, because they can't do anything about it, really. You keep pursuing. With Ogres, one of the things you really want to be doing is basically just chase down fallen enemies, make sure you're eating them where possible, just to get the meat and the additional prisoners. But, that's not super viable with your starting army in fights like this. Just because you're against Ogres so much to start with, you're often putting up Ogre Bull against Ogre Bull, which means I think it feels a good 20 to 30 seconds longer than it was pre-Mortal Empires Khorne. I think it's just because the map is so much bigger. Like, loading into the campaign at the start of the stream was a good couple of minutes of just doing tech tests while the game was loading in, and the last, like, 10th of the bar took its own sweet time. It was not ideal. Yeah, we've won this fight. They don't know it yet. Well, they probably know it. The game doesn't admit it yet. Which is definitely a kind of perennial... Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I was gonna complain about, maybe they've done something to army collapse. Maybe I just wasn't aware of how close I'd been to collapsing them, but that definitely felt... it's not as bad as it was. Yeah, it's definitely better optimized than Mortal Empires was. Mortal Empires was miserable with the loading times. I didn't see anything in the patch notes about, like, morale or anything changing. Like, there have been some nerfs around. The Gorgers are less absurd than they used to be for Ogres and stuff like that, but if they've done any, like, big mechanical changes, I haven't seen it yet. Let's see. Which is appreciated, I guess. But, yeah. It may just be... I'm wondering if maybe it's just, like, the first time you load in, or if I'm just, yeah, I love Mortal Empires, but it definitely had a bunch of technical issues. Not ideal. Let's see. Fire Within, don't really care. Fire Resistance Ward say, well, we want to get our spells first. Okay. Greasus. Let's see. Yeah, we want that early, definitely. Break crush. Armor and leadership. Sure, yeah, we want these early.
Chuck it on my loot pile.
Let's go for them. Let's see. No, we don't have many. Oh, right, we're still very early in this life cycle, technically. Okay, we've got the Great Hall, we've got the pit. That's all going. I think our next steps are basically just finish these dudes off and establish our first camp so we can start growing a camp and get our actual high tier stuff going. And then, improvise from there. Oh, something I should check that I didn't bother checking earlier. Campaign conditions. So, we care about the Mountains of Morn and Worm Pass. Okay, so these are both pretty close. And then 30 settlements. So that's actually a very short campaign victory. Right? Because that's 2 areas that you start right next to. Mostly against ogres. Like, we might even be able to just diplo these guys on, but because we're Greasus. But,
Must feast.
I don't know if I care to. Let's see. Passive ability. Hordemaster. Hell yeah. Or the shockingly obese. Unit mass. Unit mass is actually pretty chunky for ogres, but I think Hordemaster is just so very convenient that why bother? Let's see. I think we actually have to go to someone that isn't ogres to get a proper siege battle going. Yeah, Greasus's early game looks to still be 99% fighting ogres and mountains. Your short objectives include dwarves, so that's technically some variety. But like, your starting enemies ogres, there are ogres in your other objective. There are ogres to your north. I think it might be greenskins to the west. Like, you might get a quicker engagement against greenskins, but still looks to be ogres for a bit. Yeah, 272 starting factions. Fun time. Yeah, so you're closer to orcs than you were previously, but Worm Pass, ogres. Mountains of Morn, 2 ogres and dwarves. And then Cathay farther east. That's there. And then probably Skaven in Noblar country. Like, just statistically. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of go in. We're still in our super easy battles. Yeah, I think the worst part about the Chaos Godbear campaign was it's 99% fighting ogres and mountains, except for the demon incursions, and then because of the demon incursions, actually expanding is a huge pain, because you basically just have infinite teleporting hostile armies you have to deal with, which isn't ideal. Whereas, I think Immortal Empires should at least give you more space to, like, figure out what you'd want to do.
Conquest.
Okay, lots of Noblars. How Pyrrhic is victory is... That's not very Pyrrhic, I'm seeing no red. Can we just... So on some level, I feel a little bad about,
Anything shiny is mine.
On some level, I feel a little bit bad about just doing auto-resolve on a streamed game. But the first, like, especially for ogres, the first few fights aren't that interesting. Fundamentally, it's you fight against ogres, you have more resources than them, and you do a little bit of outmaneuvering, so you win. Then you repeat many times. Do we care about any of these? Not yet. Skill oh, right, this dude. Absolutely. We're gonna get that, and then the burning. Maybe that and then Cascading Fire Cloak? Like, that feels like it would be better with Ogres. I feel like I've forgotten what spellcasting you care about with Ogres, because normally I didn't. Yeah, there's a... I'm looking forward to getting the Chaos Dwarves and whatever they're putting in the southeast. Let's see. Feast for the Strong, Control, Growth. Yeah, you don't care about growth that much, but I guess we might as well. Like, we might as well spend a couple turns amping up our Greasus Doom stack of just Ogre Bowls. So I think the thing is that there are not many ways to make Ogre settlement battles against other Ogres interesting. If you're someone else against Ogres, then it's interesting because you're inherently on a bit of a disadvantage where, like, you kind of need to figure out how to deal with the Ogre Bowls. And if you're Ogres versus someone else, maybe there's something cool tactically going on.
They work for
A
Greece.
proper Lizardmen faction in the southeast would be great.
My army, my ogres.
Wait, where's the precise border here? Actually, oh. I think we want to just kind of go up to the border and then recruit. Because that'll just make walking in and punching these dudes next turn a little bit easier. Like, you could maybe do a meme Ogre build where you go, like, all Noblars for the first bit, and maybe you'll make those initial fights more interesting, but unless you're really just fucking around, I don't know what you'd do to make it cool. Okay. Let's go. We've got our camp set up. We need to set it up for fast growth. There we go.
The boss.
It's setting up.
Join
and
me. It's not a choice. My
there we are.
army.
Build upgrades. Cool. Income, growth, meat, control. Okay. That is our second turn done. Yeah! A lot of cannon solves many problems as Cathay. It's extremely convenient as a way to deal with issues, no matter what those issues are. A proper Lizardman faction in the southeast would be great. Let's see. What are we handling here? I think we're going to ignore the dwarves for now. We're just going to kind of finish off these other ogres for a bit. Like, they've gone ahead and given us an easy target by just having a dude outside doing his thing. It's extremely convenient. And they're actually outside the settlement, so it won't be completely boring. And we're facing mostly Noblars, so it will definitely not be completely boring. Alright. Please just load in. Oh yeah, you can... Yeah, like, I do like that in that it's a bit of kind of mechanical through line for the human factions of... Yeah, you're like this, you're like the Skaven, really. You're bringing a lot of artillery as your big thing. Jeez. How few people can I get away with for fighting a Slaughtermaster? I feel like I can go with just, like, the Iron Guts and one of these. And then everyone else sets up there to beat up the other dudes as they arrive. Because we don't want to kill them too fast. Or, well, no, there isn't a penalty for killing them too fast anymore. It'll give you the option to continue the battle, which would definitely take. So, yeah, that should be fine.
They think they can stop us.
You go there, you go there. You go there.
Looking for me.
You go there.
Consider it done.
They go behind them and then charge. Actually, I'm not going to bother microing that.
Find 'em and kill
They go
'em.
there.
Find a meal. Helps the tribe.
And Grease's Goldtooth in the center, because he doesn't really care about smart positioning. He's big enough to not care. Oh, that... He's ignoring the dudes chasing after him. Okay. That's extremely silly, but whatever. Okay. So, Wizard, Iron Fist, all that stuff going on. Self-buffing with magic, etc., etc. This is not going to be... This is going to be a very weird fight for the next 45 seconds.
These ogre mates. Where's the meat? Swarm together. Thundering fall.
Okay, we can just bring these dudes even closer. Await reinforcements. There we go. So, we want basically one of these. We'll bring the Iron Guts back over for the proper fight. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we forgot a unit of bulls. Probably fine, but mildly embarrassing. Okay. There we go. Here's everything. So I think for streaming, it might actually best to put on like the realistic mode, you can't slow down settings. Less for any balance reason and more because it reduces the downtime in fights, where normally it can be kind of tempting to just go like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna turn off this, I'm gonna turn off, or I'm going to pause, and we're going to sit and watch not much for a little while. Oh. Come on, get in there.
Oh, yeah. The strong people, the fatties. Killing time.
Yeah, this is satisfying. Saber touch passes are collapsing. Enemy ogre bulls are still holding, but whatever. We can handle that. Is anyone just not do? You're not doing anything. Now they're not doing anything. Cool. Send them in, lads. And just drop a fireball here. Okay. Yeah, that was extremely one-sided. But satisfyingly so. I think the big problem is that we may have engaged them too close to the border. We didn't manage to shred retreating units as much as I'd prefer. Yeah? Oh, yes. I love lead belchers so much. I'm almost certainly So my original thought when I kicked this up was that, like, I disliked the long victories so much in Mortal Empires that I was just going to go for short. However, Greasus's short campaign victory conditions are small enough that I might go for the long anyways, just because I'm genuinely not sure how quickly this is going to go. Let's see. But yeah, we've shredded the garrison, we shredded the actual stack in there, and of course we got rid of the extra reinforcement stack they were spawning for very few casualties. Do I even want to regen health here? Actually, I think I do, because there's enough still in the garrison that... Yeah, there's enough still in the garrison that I don't really want to risk it. But the auto-resolve isn't giving us any permanent casualties, so we are just going to do that. There we go. There we go. Alright. That is pretty solid, really. I think the question is, do we want to start building Greasus up as a duelist early? Because he's pretty good at that. He gets... Or do we want to kind of just start putting some stuff into his lads? Right? Where... Start getting some attack for for the ogres, or... Start buffing man-eaters early. Actually, yeah, buffing man-eaters and iron guts early, especially for Greasus, is pretty solid. Like, your man-eaters are just so good with him. Let's see. Fire Breath, another spell I will continually forget to use. But it is in theory good, and at some point, I will remember that I have abilities. So, we're gonna go for it anyways. Otherwise, how are we doing? Oh, we're at war with the Croc already. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, so we're just gonna end turn again. I don't know if they fixed his animations. I looked at the Mortal Empire mechanics a bit before I went in, and I looked at, like, some of the general patch notes, so, like, the Gorger getting nerfed, for example, but I didn't check to see if they'd actually fixed Greasus' animations. Let's see... Oh geez, Maugan's evidently having some serious issues with Immortal Empires. How's our heat issue doing? Not too bad. The vents are uncomfortably hot, but that's kind of the point of them. Alright, first quest, Scepter Titans. That's solid. Let's see how we're doing. Alright. More here. Let's just keep blowing up our iron guts. We'll get them par eventually.
Ogre tyrant.
Growth, yeah. Meat, income.
No ogre can beat me.
Oh, right, you need to actually, like, buy the garrison for the camp, basically, right?
Obey me or your dinner.
Yeah.
Who can I boss around next?
Okay, I don't want it to be a complete pushover and get knocked over the moment I look away, but I don't care that much about it. Let's see. Meat, income. I don't think I care. I think we're going to leave the camp alone until it gets to level 2, so we can actually get the pack cave.
The Ogre tyrant.
So, but he'll be fully healed by the time we actually engage, so let's just start moving over there. Clear these dudes out, get us to just the Karak as our enemy.
Obey me.
Yeah, we're ignoring that. Let's see. Yeah, just 2 starting zones. Yeah, Cathayan caravans will do that for you. You don't have much in the way of options or survivability if you don't actually learn how your mechanics work. They're super annoying, but I think it's actually a strength of the campaign in that, like, it's not a thing you can really just doom stack through. Let's see.
Boss over bosses. No one tells a tyrant what to do.
Yeah, we've just got this last dude here, and then it's... Go there. I either ally with or start figuring stuff out with these guys.
You may only have the giblets.
I think we're going to try and confederate these dudes. I just don't remember how to get that last bit of pushover for most things. Hopefully it's less aggravating than it was in the campaign itself.
Any challenger.
There we go. That is our big hit here. And there. Get that upgraded. Yeah, bounce spells are actually, in theory, very useful. It's just if you're, like... The game's not so difficult that you need to learn it most of the time. Oh, shoot, the dwarves are coming. Okay, I do actually have to turn around. Can I even turn around fast enough?
Gracious.
I cannot. Okay, well,
Conquest.
it'll have to do.
It's feasting time, boys! Yeah, I'll take it. Must feast. Throw a feast in my honor. Gonna be over.
Oh, right, we conquered a thing, so that wasn't going to work out for us anyways. Let's see.
Do what I say.
We recruit a lord and put him in the thing. He's definitely going to die, but I think the money might be worth slowing down the dwarves a bit. Share at the bulk. Beast, beast. Great Maw, you'll do. Now that'll do.
The Moors wreck right behind. My recipes will grant them power. The boss. Make sure I don't die, right? Big on.
That might be too much for this to really work. Oh well. It's not a huge loss. I'll turn around and get him in a bit. A lesson for me in the future. Be more careful. Let's see.
If it helps Ogres, it helps me.
Huh, my screen capture does not get the entirety of the game. That is interesting. What is it missing? Oh, I see what's happened. Give me a minute. Fit the screen. There we go. Okay. That should be better. Thank you for the heads up. So tell me if that's better and if you can see everything now. If not, I should have one more go at fixing it. But, unfortunate that I did not catch that issue. Yeah, we don't stand a chance. That's a bunch of artillery. They have reinforcements. I'd have that with the main stack, but not here. Okay. Yeah, let me see what I can do. Okay, so while this is happening, we can... Oh, no. That. That. Scale to... Where is it? There is something here that will normally let us... no. Okay, I think the stretch to screen option is going to just be our best for now. There we go. Not as clean as I would prefer, but whatever. Let's see. How can we actually fight back and at least do some damage? They have politely split themselves up for us. I think we can kill one of the catapult groups if we just focus everything on it. I think... I think it's actually going to be the one with their lord that is their most vulnerable. That's not going to be a good option. We're not going to win. But we should do some damage.
When do we eat? Where's me master?
And most importantly, it should get rid of the catapult for the big fight later. Okay,
The biggest boss. Overwhelm them. Bring us me. Killing time.
Yeah, so they're just planning on bombarding us. Fortunately, dwarves are slow and unmaneuverable, so we can make this work for us, I think.
Looking for me.
Are those shielded quarrelers? They are shielded. Oh, so actually the Noblar Trappers aren't going to be super useful for us here. Because what we instead want to do is kind of cycle these dudes around, up and over, and into the grudge throwers. And then we don't mind what's happening to them that much. It is fine that they're going to go for it. But if they turn around, they no longer get their shield bonus against us, which is on some level ideal. Unless they have suddenly developed the ability to engage 2 units at once. That's bizarre. Not what I was expecting from the quarrelers. Okay, so yeah, we've kind of surrounded and crushed a big chunk of this. We've got our Slaughtermaster in. We're gonna Bullgorger. I think they're fighting the most important fight there. Wanna move them. And we want to make sure these guys are finishing off the warriors. The siege isn't going to be that important to track down because it's mauled itself for all intents and purposes. But we do want to make sure the dwarf warriors actually stay off the field for obvious reasons. And now we're going to send these guys back to here to try and at least contest that a bit. So, yeah, this is definitely a doomed fight, but we've already started reducing those a bunch. We think, yeah, they're definitely fully dead at this point. So if we send them in now, we should just finish this off. Might even get a charge bonus on to help get rid of these dwarf warriors. Oh, right. Gotta finish off the grudge thrower and just make sure no survivors leave it. Let's see. We have lost an important victory point. That's unfortunate. Now, let's see. Where are towers? You'll do.
Take it all! Ah!
Let's see. We're doing okay. Do I just want to do this and try and quicken up the slaughter of these dwarves? Yeah, and then just send this guy over and try and slow down what's happening here. Where is... There's the other grudge thrower. We might even be able to get that, honestly. No, that's not going to go great for the Noblars.
Where's the meat? Off we go!
But I think we're faster than the dwarves, so we can actually just run away from them and then jump the grudge throwers, which might be the play. Like, it's not a great move, but it is a move that should basically function. Oh, the quarrelers rallied. That's unfortunate. Okay, so that's down.
for more calls.
They're dropping. Yeah, the dwarves just aren't fast enough. So we just really run real fast. Maybe even get to stalk range. I think that's pretty much a suicide mission for... Oh, right, they got the objective. Well, that wasn't the smartest thing I've done. Well... Yeah, we nuked a grudge thrower. We wrecked some units. Could have been better. Oh well. I should have left someone on the main point to just hold it and make sure we didn't lose the... I look like a radio host sounds. I love that. Well, that wasn't our smartest battle. Let's see. Resolution looks off. It is stretched now to fit the screen better, which may be an issue, but it should at least get rid of the black bars. I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but OBS thinks that the game has a very different resolution than it does. Let's see. Yeah, so we lost a camp, which is basically a fake loss as far as I'm concerned. Oh, but they might go for something important next. Okay.
Now we face. Not likely.
Could I?
Master.
I feel like sending him in alone against that dude isn't going to work. But sending him in as a disposable sacrifice against that dude might work out just fine for me. Because really, Greasus needs one more turn to get over there. Valley of Horns has actually an okay garrison. It'll probably mess him up if he goes for it. Right? Yeah, I could flank and kill at least the other grudge thrower pretty easily. He might risk it anyways, but I'm hoping that being, like, real dumb with rough will pull him in the wrong direction. And just make him a very expensive... There we go, trade. Trade is live with our good friend. Let's see. How... We're down to 246, so we're losing 245. We're losing factions with some speed. Yeah, this is exactly what I was hoping for. Yeah, this doesn't matter. Oh, wait! They're gonna come in one at a time! I am going to manually play this suicide mission. Because I want to at least damage that artillery. And, I definitely won't if I auto-resolve it. Oh, and they're gonna come in behind me! This is actually perfect. It's very silly, but it is perfect. It occurs to me that for personal branding, I clearly should have done this as Skaven. It just has the minor problem that I don't like Skaven that much. Let's see. Start battle. Up.
Grind meat to pulp and bone to soup, all for the godmouth.
Yes, all for the godmouth, buddy. Don't you worry. This is gonna get bad real soon. So yeah, we're basically both support specialists. It's just that I'm an ogre, so the fact that I'm a support specialist is just not that big a deal. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go up, we're going to jump the bolt thrower. We're just gonna hope our leadership lasts until we can actually get into melee. Right? Because we go up, we jump the bolt thrower, we bullgorger ourselves, we brain gobbler it a little after we hit melee.
Butcher 'em!
Come on. Do some damage. There we go. 3 kills. 4 kills. This is lovely. Very silly, but lovely. Yeah, I think it just isn't even worth casting Brain Gobbler. We need the animations to keep firing, because we kill someone basically every time an animation fires. So we're just going to wait for Bullgorger to come back off. Brain Gobbler isn't worth it, because we're not going to get close enough to a win. Come on, turn around and hit these guys again. There we go. There we go. Yeah, 8 killed. That should at least take 1 artillery piece off, maybe 2. Yeah, we lost. We dropped 1 artillery piece off, but the important thing was that we pulled them in the wrong direction, so... Yeah, the important thing was just straight up pulling them in the wrong direction so that they didn't go and blow up a city that's actually important to us. Instead, we lost Rough Maw-Chosen, who... His sacrifice will be remembered, but also he was utterly disposable. This was a very Skaven plot on my end. Of just, he is a lot less disposable than a city, and so if we put him somewhere threatening, they will have to kill him instead of a city. Flawless. Flawless logic on my part. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, 24 to the unit. I got a third of them. Works out okay. Oh, Ruff is alive! I wasn't expecting that. How are we doing? Yeah, we can just walk in normally now. He can retreat here. And for his service, he can recruit some dudes. I think against ogres, we just want bulls. We don't even want scrappers. We just want bulls. You leveled up for it! I'm amazed that the game is deciding to reward me for feeding this man into a... Just straight up throwing this man into a... Oh, wait, we actually want Blood Rule. So, into a wood chipper with the full expectation that he would die. And he just survived, and I'm going to call that a win. What else is this? Toothcracker. Alright, that's fine. Bone Crusher is what we want next, just because we do have the dwarves around. And you're full stack? Yeah, that's fine. Get that upgraded. We're one way from there. Do we already have the growth stuff somewhere else? No, so... Yeah, that'll do. Oh, and then we gotta upgrade the last one. That's fine by me. Let's see. Yeah, there was just straight up zero downside. I did a stupid thing that by all rights should have gotten my dude killed, and it worked out for me. I've been rewarded for it.
Accept that.
Ooh. And we have enough of a border to start trading with them. Wow, this really is working out for me. And he's recruiting. Oh no, he's running. Okay, that's fine by me. We can just move in and start raiding and get another big name.
Great The shockingly hopeless.
Ooh, what contracts are we looking for? The Sentinels. Shangwu. Nobly Gorge. Well, let's see. I think we actually want to do... Well, they like us. Whereas those are going to be Skaven. So that should be fine.
Boss of bosses.
Oh, we don't have enough to raid. Okay, we'll just walk over. See what we can see. Oh, no, we went over there. Let's see. Actually, we should have enough to defend against him. Hopefully, he has some sense of self-preservation. Yeah, I'm gonna take the gamble again. Yeah, contracts still aren't great. I think the big thing is the faction bonuses, or the diplomacy bonuses, really. But it's just not ideal. I'm surprised that he decided to tunnel in my direction. That just seems a very strange decision. I'm going to besiege it properly.
Too rich to walk.
Okay, so if I kill his city, he will have to actually come out and fight me. Yeah, this is the plan. We're going to kill the city, we're going to occupy it, and from there, we're going to... Yeah, we're going to kill the city, we're going to occupy it. He won't have upkeep, so he'll have to break and either attack stupidly or come and fight me. And that should work out well enough. Wait. Is this not a proper fortress map, or am I just mixing up the top view with one of the minor settlements? Yep, he will start to take attrition, which is always... Oh, there we... Okay, so yeah, I was just getting confused. Yeah, if we split up a little bit, I think splitting up advantages us more than them, because as ogres, we kind of need the multiple points of egress. Or entry.
Ogres!
Ogres chomping on meat.
Always.
Murders.
You'll be my next meal.
Yeah, you're dead! Yeah!
Hungry! The more cold!
We's ogre mates!
And if we just throw them on top of the wall, they should inconvenience folks for us. Okay, so the next step is basically just get close enough to drop this on the defenders. Because the Flaming Skull is a pretty solid spell against dwarves, if I remember correctly. Just kind of gotta hope the RNG treats us well on direction, but it's not treating us well on direction. It's just picking forward and then forward again. Okay. Okay, the lack of maneuvering space might work out for us here. Oh, right! We can just delete stuff. I keep forgetting that we have this for sieges. Because it's such a cool ability to just go, excuse you, you don't get a tower. There's the gate there, still tearing it down, that's fine by me. Okay. So yeah, now we have the Noblars swarm these dudes up top.
Serve the Ogres! For the Masters! When do we eat? On it! Take it all!
And then we have the trappers get up here
Consider it done!
and start
Take it
raining
all.
damage on everyone below. Is it going to be super efficient? No. Does it need to be? Also no. Lovely thing about having Noblars. They don't need to be the most efficient unit. They just need to exist and do their thing.
Greets us, gold tooth.
Okay, we've got another cast. What do we want to pop open? I just want to... Do we? I don't care about Noblar lives that much. It would be very embarrassing to hit something important. Sure, it might be useful to... Yeah, there we go. And now they're getting into position. And... Oh, right, they're sending dudes up the walls to try and pull me off of it. Oh, and we're through the gates. Excellent. There we go.
I seek challenge. I biggest in the tribe. Their skulls.
Who will the murderous street? Let's see. There we go. That's more like it. Are they through as well? Are the other guys through? There we go. They are. Excellent. Actually, we're just going to have them run into the victory point because I don't think they have enough people to stop me from sprinting to it on that side.
Dinner. Iron guts. In my guts. Hold on to this one, boys.
Noblar!
Wait, why are the Noblars going up there? They're supposed to go on the wall. Ah, well,
Ogre mates!
they're expendable for a reason. Okay.
All shall burn.
Okay, let's pivot the camera, see if we can get a good angle. There we go. Do better than the previous one. There we go. Turn around. Okay. Yeah, the downside of the flaming skull is, it's completely impossible to aim. Okay, now we dedicate someone to going and killing the artillery. We dedicate someone to going and killing the quarrelers. Wait, they can't go to the quarrelers? Why can't they go to the quarrelers?
Rampage this way.
There we go.
Call me over tyrants. Gush out, boys.
Yeah, there we are. You also go kill them. They also have gotten distracted. Let's remind them where they're supposed to be going. We can at least dedicate one of them to going over and making that work out for us. Can't ogre? Yeah, ogres can bash down walls. Ogres can bash down walls. It takes long enough that I generally don't consider... Oh, I could have spread them out more. That is a good point. Should have spread them out more. Oh, well. Let's... Come on. Move. Unit stickiness. Let's see. Yeah, they're through the miners, so there should be nothing really stopping them from punching all the way through into the quarrelers. Besides the incredible aggravation that is ogre physics. The art of trying to get your ogres moving literally anywhere in any sort of manner.
Boss says so.
Okay, you're not moving. Why aren't you moving?
Find a meal.
Why are they refusing to charge down into that?
Follow the Morse call.
I've ordered... Oh, no, okay. They have actually gone down and fought them.
In my gut.
Some of them are just taking a bit longer than
Guts
others.
out, boys.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, that was not fully optimal on my part, but it worked out acceptably. I'm not going to beat myself up over it too much.
Killing time. Guts out, boys. Managers.
Yeah, having him kill that is fine. Having them kill them is fine. Who is fleeing? Noblars. That's also fine.
Shaman of fire. Me.
Well, they're definitely doing the ogre thing of getting immediately confused by potential meals and then failing to do what they're supposed to. Yeah. Dismember isn't that useful against starting enemies just because, or against dwarves, because they don't care about the speed penalty. They're super slow anyways. Hey, there we go. That worked out. Could have been better. Definitely. Yeah, it can be annoying. They definitely get stuck on stuff a lot. It's part of being monstrous infantry, where, like, they kind of have... They maneuver like infantry, but they have the stickiness problems of cavalry, where they just immediately run into something, get stuck on it, get distracted running after some dude or whatever. I find the steamroller fun enough to play that I don't really mind. And if you're stubborn enough for it, like, one of the reasons I don't split my ogres up that much is that the stickiness makes it really annoying to micromanage them. Yeah, when you end up fighting elves, it's great. It's just when you're against dwarves, like, the speed penalty doesn't matter, they don't have cavalry, you don't really care about reducing their charge bonuses, it's just kind of, it exists. I'm sure there's a way to make it useful, but I don't know what that way is. Okay. We got that. We trashed that. How bad's the attrition gonna be? Not that bad, but it's gonna hit them too! Mutual attrition! Not ideal for anyone, but I think I'm going to take it better than he... Will I take it better than he will? If I attack... No. But it's a close enough run that I think he can't attack either. Or I think I'm better off waiting for him to be forced to attack. Let's see. I think now we probably want the Nobler scavenging, because now we're in the point where we're going to get, like, this stuff. Yeah. Building towards Ogre Throng. Actually, no. I think we want to just speed our way towards Ogre Throng. Get Butcher. Just get that bonus vigor and bonus health regen, which will really just help our ogres out. We need 4 total. Yeah, good old lead belcher buffs. And you, I'm gonna give you Cascading Fire Cloak actually, because armor piercing is pretty nice for ogres. Income, corruption. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Kind of want to get that handled early. Okay, so we're gonna have that handled. We're gonna have them on our north border. Them on our... Wait a minute. Oh, we've got an ally there, which is... Well, I guess we're just not completing that contract. Should have been paying more attention. I thought we were against the orcs, not against the other one. Oh well. Yeah. Nobody gets to kite the ogres. It's also why I really like the saber-toothed tigers. They're not very good in any sort of fight, but like if the enemy's trying to kite you, if they've got like fast cavalry or fast archers. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is going to work out for us. He's going to split up, because that's the dwarf thing to do. I'm going to leave the Noblars in the center, because they aren't that useful for my plan. And, like, if I pop defenses up, I'm sure they'll hold long enough for reinforcements to get to them. And the Ogres are basically going to pick one or two of their split-ups, destroy them, and get prioritizing the artillery to just make sure they're absolutely screwed. And then turn around and try and bring down Scory himself and get the morale route going. We might actually get use out of Dismember on this one, because just slowing them down so they can't approach the center as quickly is actually valuable for us here. Yeah, well, everyone goes into the stew eventually, Khorne. Whether or not they try to kite us mostly determines how annoyed we are when they go in. Okay, so you go there. We get cannon tower. How's your armor piercing? Bad. Cannon tower it is. So they go there, cannon tower. We've got 3 groups. Cannon, guns, 2 warriors, leader. Catapult, miners, great weapons. I think this is the one we want walking towards us, because they've got the least shields. And they're already they've got damaged frontliners. These... Or maybe these are the ones we want walking in to fight the Noblars. So then we want to kill these first. Can I... Let's see. 1, 2, 3... 4 ogres should handle it, I think. I think we'll just go all in on this flank. Because I don't see half-assing... Yeah, I don't think we can afford to half-ass that guy. Well, no, I'm pretty sure they're generals there, actually. So if we... Yeah, so actually, we're going to go 4 there. And we're going to go sacrificial 2 here. Basically, their job is run around back, hit them, try not to die. No. No, we're going to just full-on divide and conquer this. So they're going to go there, and one of you is going to stay in here to make sure that doesn't fall early.
Leader of butchers! More guide me! They're dead! The more calls! Looking for me! Looking for me! Godmouth's command!
Yeah, there we go. He's shuffling dudes around.
Boys! Off we go! For sure! Bring us me! Meatscape car!
There we go.
Find a meal! Take it all!
Textbook, lads.
Me! Done!
There we are. Okay. I think we want to give it to them. Let's give them the armor piercing. You go in there. You go in the back. You also go in the back. Reviving. Yeah. Grudge thrower's collapsing. That's gonna get eaten to bits. Thunderers are collapsing. Or no, the warriors are collapsing. That's even better than the grudge thrower collapsing. Because that means they will lose their front line. Cool. You stay on them, you stay on them. That's fine for now. So the moment I get dismember, I have to dismember one of their melee groups coming up.
Yours right hand. It means me.
Okay, we've got enough points to start building another tower. We want to figure out where we're going to put it. Okay, we do not have the greatest tower build spots here. Where do we put it? I guess you'll do? And then dismember you, because you're healthier.
Win supper.
Yeah, so we want him to go there, hit that dude, punch through, let's see. Yeah, so I think in an ideal world, he intercepts the dwarf warriors, messes them up pretty badly.
Biggest in the tribe.
And they're in a good place. That's fine. I want them to finish off the Thunderers. My dual weapons over here. I want them to finish him off.
Win supper.
I'm actually going to send 2 of them over. They're now on make sure we don't lose the fight duty. A pretty important duty, all told.
Crunch their skulls.
Where's me master?
In my gut. Ogres. Win supper. Follow the Moors. Me.
I don't know if I have the movement speed to pull this off. I should, hopefully, but it is a little worrying.
Master Supreme. Point lost. The Moor will not forgive. It is done.
Ooh.
Guts out,
I
boy.
think this is eminently winnable, so I will feel a little embarrassed if I don't pull it off. Because I really feel like I should be able to. Like, I've got them in a bad enough position that clearly they should be having some issues. If they rally there, I might actually be in a really good position. That could be interesting.
These ogre mates!
Yeah, they're all broken there. So if I can just actually finish that dude off. I think I'm just going to hope one unit of bulls can do it, because I think they can. I trust them. There you go. They've rallied. Just need to hold a little bit, long enough to get that... Oh, look at that charge going. If I dismember you... I don't want them to be able to, like, follow up on that much. Yeah, because they're out of range now, so they'll have to move to go in. But we can... Ah, come on! I was a bit more on the ball there. I think I would have been fine. But, tragic. Okay, I want you on him now, because the other ones are weakened.
When do we eat? For the slave!
Yoblars! Meal time!
Biggest in the tribe! infuriate. Ogres!
There we go. We got him onto the grudge throwers. Grudge throwers are just bad enough stat-wise. That should be enough, I think.
Guts out, boys!
I ain't no gobbo.
The more calls. Biggest in the
Warlers.
tribe.
Yeah, that's both artillery. Hammered. Off the pieces. And getting butchered. Yeah, they... I think we've got everything pretty much where we want it, like, positioning-wise. There we go! Oh man, that was closer than I'd like, but that felt very cool to pull off. Actual ogre maneuvering and tactics. This is hard. Defending home and hearth. Fun. Let's see. Yeah, that was a good one. I think there was some positioning on, like, the tower that... Yeah! Ogre speed really worked out. It meant they could actually sally out to go kill artillery, and then turn around, run over, and go kill a bunch of other people again. Yeah, almost... No, they... Looks like they made it. That Ogre Hero Squad took some heavy casualties, but they made it. 50% through. We've actually brutalized them enough that I think we can just take the money. Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm actually kind of amazed that they made it, but they had like 3 models on the board eating the artillery piece.
Apologies, your great buckiness, but I bring news. The Black Orc war boss, seeking to take these mountains for his own, has been lured to the fire mount.
Oh, this is
as
the
you
one
requested.
with just loads
Now
and
is
loads
the
of
time
green
to crush
skins.
him.
Okay. So we're doing pretty well.
Master.
He's got a... Yeah, he's got a raid, which is annoying for us, but that's fine. He's got enough people that I think we want to recruit for one more turn before going after him. Just get a couple of Iron Fists, make sure that'll swing in our favor.
The shockingly outplaced.
Then we've got... Let's see. We're ignoring the contract because they're too useful as allies. Oh no, we took this contract. Okay. Blood money. So we want to get military access. We have military access signed. Cool. So what are our big threats next? There's Grimgor, who we're not on great terms with. They're the surviving dwarves, I guess. Oh, they're these dudes who do not like us much. The rebels. Yeah, the Dissenter Lords of Jin Shen, they don't like us much. Those are really our next big threats. And then, like, there's a bunch of Skaven down here. Treacherek, who I believe are on our objective list? Yeah, Noblar countries are other objective, right? It's, short campaign. Oh no, Worm Pass is our other objective. So it's allying with these dudes, basically, and then go and figure out what we're going to do to them. Cool. Let's get Bone Crusher. It's really good against dwarves. That's at least our immediate concern. We can overcast it. That's fine. And we need more meat for Greasus.
The old
let's see.
tyrant.
Start building. Start building.
Smart play, this.
Yeah, we'll send Greasus over to finish off Scory, I think. Like, unless Scory does a suicide charge on his next turn. I think that's just the play to make. Yeah, absolute heroes, those ogres. Just sent them in. Got some... let's see. Sent some in, got them absolutely brutalized, but they rallied in the right place to just kill who we needed them to kill. Oh, they're offering us non-aggression. That's convenient for us, actually. Cool, so we can actually ignore Greasus for a bit. Set up a camp somewhere. How do we want to play this? I'm not sure I have... Oh, yeah. Might as well give him the honor of getting slaughtered in person. Let's see. So this should be pretty easy. We have more troops than we did previously. Some of them are fresh. They're brutalized. We've pretty much got this. Let's see. Okay, so split his forces in two. There is an extremely anemic force with no artillery here, and then the main force with the artillery here right next to the Maw, which really, that's very convenient for us that he's gone ahead and been so close to where we're going to be throwing him after the battle. Okay, so we're going to put the normal bulls here. Because really, they would sure with the Noblars. And then everyone else, the dual weapon bulls here. Just figure this out. Yeah, that's a weird position to be in. I feel like the other campaign is a lot more aggressive early start. Like, all of your neighbors kind of hate you at the start. You have to trespass to do a bunch of stuff early. And that's just not necessary in this campaign. Which I appreciate, but also strange. Oh, that is just too convenient. Oh, that was nice. That was extremely satisfying. Just exploding faces. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
I'll smell ya!
Take it all! Me!
For the masters!
Ogres attack!
Yeah, they're all already routing. Complete slaughter.
Biggest in the
I
tribe!
think I don't want to keep dealing with you, so I do want to make sure that none of them actually route off the field. I want to make sure they all die.
Guts out, boys!
And back here.
Guts out, boys!
Also largely routing already. Let's see.
Where's Ogre,
You,
mates?
get on them.
Biggest in
You,
the tribe!
chase them down.
For the more!
We's Ogre, mates!
We'll just speed it up. Get the slaughter over a little bit more quickly. Yeah, Lord, we're down. They're down. They're down. That's fine. Yeah, that's good enough. I think even if some of them got off the field, count as getting off the field, without a Lord, they should disband since they don't have the money for more. Yeah. Lost 7 Noblars, killed 200 dwarves. A good trade. Beat it. Be it food or be it foe, Iron Guts can down it. First we're gonna beat it, and then we're gonna eat it. I like the little poem.
We'll eat
Very
anyone
ogre.
who touches us.
Yeah. They're
Me an
gone.
offer and make it.
I probably want to invade you at some point, or at least raid you for food. So I don't want to actually sign a peace deal with them. Yeah, we're gonna go for meat. Greasus is low.
Gracious, the shockingly hopeless.
So, we've got secure borders there and there. We don't have a secure border there, so we can go and, like, raise some buildings. Or we can go here for the objective. How much food are we eating? 20 meat oh, right, because we're a full stack. That does explain a bit. Okay, so I think now we actually do need to deploy a camp. And we need to make it a food camp.
The over-tyrant.
Oh boy, that's not great for... Oh, I can offload some dudes.
Slaughtermaster. This way.
Oh.
March.
There we go.
Or into the pot.
Do. If I get rid of some of the lower ranked dudes...
Gonna be over-tyrant.
3, 3, 3. Okay. 2, 3, 4. That should be more manageable. Worst case, I can dismiss some, but I'm not sure I want to. If I can get away with it.
Consume. Must feast.
Oh, right. So I think we actually need to just kind of wait in place for a couple of turns. Oh, that feels bad. I don't want to wait in place and recharge meat. Greasus really needs it, though. Greasus is not in a good meat place. Fine. We're gonna be waiting. We're gonna be basically like skipping 2 turns in camp influence to just get meat. How big is the influence on Valley of Horns? We're gonna call this another like 30 minutes or so. This has been a pretty successful first outing, I think. Like, our next goals are basically get to the point where we can consolidate the consolidate our second objective, Worm Pass, and figure out what our next expansion goal is. I think it might actually be go and raise a bunch of the rebels in the Warpstone Desert, both to keep the Cathayans happy with us, for obvious reasons, or well, maybe not obvious reasons, because I don't particularly want to fight them. It's useful to have them on hand, and our good buddy, the Western Provinces are a decent ally to have. These would be a good way to get food and stuff. Let's see. Whereas this guy is basically going to be our defense against unexpected variables. I want to get the camp big enough to actually get some good units out of it. And yeah, I think those are the big ones. We are down to 220 other factions. What else are we remitting? What else are we missing? Got blood guzzlers. Yeah, sure. They're friendly enough. We're on board. Yeah, I think we might want to just go and aggravate the dudes in the wasteland, just so we can kind of get fights going and level up some dudes. Ensure our mid-game isn't too boring. Can we get... Yes, military access. Yes.
Recognize your troops up.
The more decides who
Black
we fight.
Fortress, the Thunder Dogs. Okay. We also don't care that much about them, but...
The tenderizer. Biggest gut in the land.
Yeah. There, Gates of Zar. We go into the Chaos Dwarf Pit. Clear it of orcs. Yeah, we can move Max right now. That's fine. We need you to wait one more turn. Are you Western Provinces? Eastern River Lords. I probably don't want the war. Okay, so we're just gonna have him wait for one more turn. Go there. Get the Ogre Throng. Yeah.
If it helps Ogres, it helps me.
Yeah, I want you not moving though.
Tyrant of the tribe.
Oh, we're waiting for level 2 here. Let's see.
The ivory road is open to you.
Yeah, I'm on board for joining that war. That's what I was planning to do anyways. Now I just have to kind of hope that isn't a ford, because it would be embarrassing to get flanked like that. And I don't want to lose the camp again. Yeah, Ogre habitability is great. Alright.
Won't stop till everything's moving.
Let's see. That's still moving. That's still moving.
Me ingredients.
Yeah. Here we go. That goes there. Okay, you've got like 3 turns full movement, so we'll put you on mark.
Move it. Double time.
Get you there. Oh, maybe 4 turns. Well, 3 turns, we cross over here, we go into raiding stance, and then go from there. Cool. Raise your sack. So I'm going to sack that. Yeah, sack that. Hopefully the camp will be built up enough that we can get what we want out of it at that point. Is it worth getting the growth? I think so. It'll slow us down on the initial one, but we've got all our armies moving in other directions at the moment, so it'll be fine. Yes, let's see. What's there? We've got an allied camp. Our camp actually gets some protection here.
You know, I'm gonna devour you, right?
Meters. Sure. They're paying me. That's good. Alright. This is going really smoothly for the opening of a campaign. I guess it's nice to not have a bunch of demons arbitrarily spawn in the middle of whatever it is you were planning to do. Ooh, orcs. An actual proper fight. Let's get this. And here we go! Yeah! Yeah, Ruff is doing incredibly well for a guy whose stated mission was literally die well.
Iron fists.
Die well, kill some artillery on the way out, and he's made it. Gonna win himself a big name.
When do we eat? Cook Master Supreme. Off we go. When supper. Bring us meat. For them all. Take it all.
Oh,
Guts
whoops.
out, boys! Guts out, boys! For the tribe! Killing time! Yeah! Take it all! Crunch their skulls!
Come on. Maneuver slow. Give us to me, baby. Yes! Oh, that is... Oh my god! 77 kills on one spellcast! That is wild! I love it. Okay. Buff the Ogre Bulls.
Me! In my gut!
Yeah, they're doing well.
Thundering forth for the tribe!
It is fun to watch ogres at work. Yeah. Okay. Skirmish mode just doesn't function against ogres because there are so few archers that are actually fast enough to disengage. Oh, are we getting stuck on... Nope, no longer necessary. Cool.
Biggest in the
I just
tribe!
need you to get around, run in, and just smash those archers.
Killing time! Hungry! This way!
Yeah, design-wise, I like range combat as a faction weakness. Just because, in part because that's kind of my preferred way to play, of just smash stuff into melee, and then set up flanks and the like as your big tactical thing. But also because with the ogres, where armor's pretty rare, and you're actually pretty vulnerable to hostile ranged weapons. Yeah, the minor settlements are hugely improved in Warhammer 3. Like, it is a genuinely great system. I think that the building towers as you go thing is pretty solid. They feel defensible. You can set up proper choke points and the like. But yeah, for ogres, because you have so little armor and you don't really have proper shields, you feel vulnerable to enemy archers, even kind of crap archers like goblins. But you have the tools to handle it because you've got so much speed. And you've got the lead belters eventually, though they're pretty elite. Yeah, then you get lead belchers, and suddenly everything just kind of explodes as you put a lot of cannon fire into it from your any cannons or rifle if you're brave enough unit. Let's see. That's handled. Excellent. I think we actually want to bother occupying, because the economy is convenient for us. And we'll just burn down the gates of Zar and Zar Nagara. Or we'll sack the gates of Zar and Zar Nagara in the short term. Let's see. Yeah, some survivability for the boys, ain't bad.
Butchery, tyrant of the tribe.
Alright, a couple turns there.
Racist,
Move him over now.
shockingly obese.
Vampire counts. Okay.
Someone bring me
So move over, switch to raiding stance, burn for a bit. Hit.
It is night.
Yeah! Oh boy, a zombie army. That'll be that'll be fun. I don't want to bother with an outpost there. Why would I want an outpost for Noblars? No. Okay. So we're going to call it 15 more minutes or so before I end for the day. This has been fun. I will probably do it again. But, let's see. I think some of the loading screens and stuff make it a little unwieldy with a small audience, in that there's a lot of not much is happening you've got to fill in as a streamer, as you wait for 214 factions to figure out their turns. Oh, there goes one of our allies. That's a little bit of trade income gone. Oh well. Greasus, walk in. Please have enough. Nope.
This world never forget racist.
Okay. So we're gonna burn this down. We're gonna sack this. We're gonna go into raiding stance, and then we're gonna burn the haunted forest to the
Mostly
ground.
times.
That is a plan. Yeah.
There's no guts bigger.
This dude. Let's see. Rough. I think we've got enough to keep going on the offensive. Like. Yeah. Yeah, we should have enough to take the Gates of Zar. Raise it to the ground, and then... Where is Zar next? Oh, I guess it's over there. Yeah, that makes sense. That looks Chaos Dwarfy enough. Brookback Mountain, Mount Grey Hag. Wait a minute. That's Mount Grey Hag. What's this one called? Oh, wait. I could have sworn there was another Mount Grey Hag over... whatever. I guess it's Valley of Horns. Do, do, do. Alright, they've gone ahead and abandoned it for me. That's incredibly convenient. I think we want to fight this one out as well. We can actually just feast regularly with good old Roth. Alright, I think we're just going to kind of go for this side, spread across those 3 entrances. We don't really want to get choke pointed because we're ogres. And choke points are really just aggravating as hell for us. Punch in. Probably send at least a couple up the narrow choke. Alright. That's a reasonably large entrance. Widens out a bit. Versus multiple reasonably large entrances that widen out a bit. Okay.
Cookmaster Supreme.
Okay, why is the camera angle so weird? There we go. We'll send you 3 over here. We'll send you 2 here. And you'll all be here. Start. Let's see where they went. Okay.
Bring us meat! Bring us meat! Ogres! Hungry! Leader of butchers! Follow the Moor's call! This way! Tribe on the move!
Alright.
Hungry!
We're gonna go
Killing
there.
Iron
We're gonna
Fist!
go there.
When do we
We're
eat?
gonna go there.
Moor's right hand!
You're gonna go there. Cool. Now here, we're gonna go... Oh. We've actually been choke pointed enough that our option is in fact just smash through the front line at full force.
Moor, guide me!
Oh. Ah. Well, they dodged at least a little.
They die! Iron Fists!
Okay, so that's going fine. That's going fine.
Ring supper! Meat! 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 Ogres! In my gut! Follow the Moor's call! Tribe on the
I'm pretty sure they're
move.
getting stuck on each other, which is very aggravating. I think that is the one thing your pathing really needs to get right. Is just, please don't have my units get clogged on each other on basic move commands.
I feel the hunger!
There.
When do we eat? For the tribe! Ogres! Killing time!
Okay. They go there. They go there. We've actually pretty much got this already. This has been quick.
Biggest in the tribe!
Yeah, so our basic plan here was, again, get them to split up, move in, surround where we could. This choke, we pretty much just had to go and bludgeon them into submission because there wasn't enough space on the choke to do otherwise. But it was against basic goblins, so it worked fine. Against this one, they just didn't guard the back lane, so I had them run up towards this objective, and then swung around and hit the only resisting orc boys in the back in response. So that just went really well for us, very clean. They are great at minor settlements. You can take advantage of basically... They split up well, which is a big thing. Some factions kind of just don't. Where, like, you want everyone kind of working together in some cohesive whole. Yeah. Yeah, with Cathay, the problem with Cathay is that, like, the way the harmony bonuses work and the way that your toolbox, it's a good toolbox, but it's a toolbox meant to work together. It means that, like, what I'm doing here with basically have the ogres split up and smash the, like, crack this thing open like a can opener, it's a bad idea. It just doesn't really work for Cathay, which is unfortunate. I think we just want to sack it. I think we want to raise it to the ground. We can sack the old. Level 8. We got meat cleaver.
This will
Lovely.
assist my recipes.
Now we've got grease this up.
Shockingly obese. Web anything what shines.
We actually just have to declare war and take the thing immediately because we do not have the gear to do otherwise. Do I care enough? Undead aren't that interesting to fight. It's... We can just auto-resolve this. It'll be fine, yeah. Raise that to the ground.
There's no gut bigger. Still counting my gold. Trade lord, tribe stealer, horde master.
Together. Over to there. This is going to be... non-ideal. Meat consumption 16. Gonna be eating 13. We're gonna go to 0 and start... might expand some Noblars. I don't think I'll actually lose anything.
Don't argue. Only grease is the over tyrant.
And then that should get us meat next turn if we start raiding, or if this dude comes up to fight us because we declared war on him. And we should be able to make something work to keep Greases fed. There we go. That's the upgrade we were hoping for. And Ogre Throng, the other upgrade we really want here. That said, this has been, yeah, raise one then sack, but eh. Let's see. This has been great. I've enjoyed streaming this, so I'm going to save our progress. And we're going to call it here for today. We figured out some better stream settings for bits of this.